Well, I didn't plan on being live again right now this evening. Not at all. See, what happened was I was just chilling out, watching some other videos, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go on my other computer here and just look at the AMC search results. Just take a look at it and see, just see if there's anything new. And oh, well, there was something new. So I I I I I I, I so so TMI. I mean, TMI has just lost his fucking marbles here. I don't understand what or why. I am really at a loss for anything right now. But this came out an hour ago, so I have to I have to get this on tape, this reaction, and whatever. So it shows that I watched half of it. I didn't really. I would watch a little bit of it just to make sure. Yeah, this is retarded. I need to look at it on here. So here we go. And by the way, also, I did look this up. Apparently, that the actual video of Trump's interview with these guys, and they sure seem like super dudes here. The Full Send podcast. Apparently, the original video of the interview, quote unquote interview, um, Nelk Boys, no, creator collective, the Nelk Boys. Never heard of them. Don't know. Oh, I know they push videos out all day long, but this is, like how does this fucking connect to AMC? And then some of the shit that he says, just in the little bit of that I watched, was like, I mean, combine that with like his hard sell on AMC that he did the other day. I mean, it's like it's crazy. We know that, but I understand. We know it's crazy. We know it's stupid, but it's just like it has to. I have to document how dumb this is. But excuse me, the original interview was removed from YouTube. That makes sense because like he is banned from fucking YouTube. So I mean, hey, what do Donald Trump and Scott have in common? I mean, we both got banned from YouTube. So here we go. This is so bad. I mean, you should turn this video off right now. Honestly, turn it off.
Afghanistan was, I think, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, and that would have taken place in a very short while. We were already energy independent. We left thousands and thousands of pairs of night goggles, never even unpacked, brand new, better than what we have, the latest model.
Because he hasn't spoken on this issue yet. Like, he's choosing the Full Send podcast to speak about Russia.
Look how excited this fucking guy is. Yeah. Wow. Hold on to your butts, that's all I have to say. Like, TMI has lost his fucking mind. He is just a kid. He is just a kid.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy
God.
TMI. I am the Masked Investor. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to another episode of WTF, where I cover what the fuck I want, however the fuck I want to cover it. And today I do want to speak to you guys about Donald Trump and the most recent interview he had there with the Nelk Boys. Now, there are several different points that I want to pick through here that I think are very interesting, but the main thing I want to drive home is,
I don't know what's stupider, the whole Donald Trump interview or this shit that TMI says. This is some of the dumbest shit I have ever fucking heard.
This whole situation kind of bring up the whole what the fuck vibe to me, because I'm thinking to myself, these moments, these interviews, times like this used to be held on broadcast television. This used to be a 60-minute interview. Now this was...
Oh my God. It used to happen on broadcast television. What the fuck happens on broadcast television these days, TMI? What, are you yearning for the past like an old fucking lady? He's literally like an old fucking... This shit used to happen on broadcast television. Now it happens on the internets. What the fuck? What an idiot. Oh
basically
my God.
A 60-minute interview, but it wasn't on 60 minutes.
This is gonna be a fucking throwback to old Scotty. I can tell right now. I can tell right fucking now. Tony DeNaro better not watch this video, He will not like it.
Yes. Now that's how times have changed. You have the former president that had to reach out to the UFC owner, Dana White, that had to go back to reach out to the Nut Boys in order to kind of get a word out in an interview and hook this whole thing up. I know that the Nut Boys probably wanted this interview with Donald Trump as much as Donald Trump probably wanted to get his word out there just to kind of speak freely without being canceled off any sort of platform, i.e. Twitter.
Without being canceled, yeah, because he's the victim, right? Donald Trump is the fucking victim. Jesus fuck.
But listen to this. This is not a conversation of rather left or right or conversation with, what political figures you might have. This is just simply highlighting the...
Isn't TMI from Canada anyway? Isn't he Canadian? What the fuck does he know about this shit?
Things have changed dramatically. Mainstream media has lost a shit ton of credibility in a short amount of time. If you think about it, chances are if you're watching this, you're probably a retail investor.
The mainstream media has lost a shit ton of credibility in a short amount of time. I mean, how do I put this? When did the mainstream media have any credibility? What, really? Like, why? Oh my God.
You probably have your own investments there. I've been noticing the narrative that's been tossed around to kind of diminish the goals, profit margin, and even the trade opportunity of retail investors over the last 6 to 12 months has been stupid, has been ridiculous, has been so far overblown. It makes no sense. The SEC is falling asleep at the wheel, in my opinion. But getting back to the interview, guys, thinking about how this used to be on 60 Minutes or some sort of reputable mainstream media channel, and now has been reduced to, in the words of many, a simple blog or vlog with content creators, is exactly how crazy this world has been. Now, in my personal opinion,
that's so crazy. Again, what are you, like an old lady? Oh my God, this world coming to? This shit used to be on credible cable channels like Fox News and Newsmax. Now it's been reduced to some blog online in the blogosphere. He sounds like an old lady. Like, what in the fucking hell? How many times has he been on reputable cable channels? I don't think once he's been on a reputable cable channel. What does that mean? You're reduced to your stupid vlog.
Great.
Oh my God.
They do what nobody else can do. They had Antonio Brown on their podcast before Antonio Brown decided to go to ESPN or any other sport news outlet because of trust. Because of the connections, because you just feel like it's a good vibe. In the words of Antonio Brown, of course, he got it from somewhere else. Kumbaya. I just want to kumbaya. You know what I mean? Like,
no, he made that up.
People have just overall
Antonio
lost
Brown made up
trust.
kumbaya.
Now, there are several different topics that I think are also worth covering that haven't been covered in the mainstream media, have not been covered in news. Unusual Whales, one of the best follows on Twitter. If you haven't, go follow him.
No, I looked at his platform earlier, and that fucking platform is retarded, stupid. Unusual Whales. Dumb as fuck.
Go follow him now. Tweeted out most recently, the numerous politicians purchased oil and war stocks before the invasion of Ukraine. You think this would be breaking news on every news channel, but it wasn't. Many were on committees privy to information regarding the invasion, including defense.
Okay, you think that Trump wouldn't have done that? You think that Trump and his cabal wouldn't have fucking done that? Seriously. What is the implication here? I don't know. It's all over the place. And he is too young to know what the fuck he's talking about. Ever. So is Trey.
And energy.
So are all of them, really. Short the Vix is... I mean, honestly, I wish that Short the Vix had played this interview. I wish that he had done it instead of TMI. But we play the hand we're dealt.
Interesting. Still no coverage. The positions they took have beat the market since November, and now he linked a picture. I'll put the picture up right here. He linked the picture showing how bad the market has been beat. Now, these politicians are all in the green, while you have the overall market down 9.92%. Now, you have red and blue, meaning that they're, are Democrats and Republicans, so it doesn't really matter which party they are. They're just all...
No, it doesn't matter, although, yeah, fucking most of them are red. So it doesn't matter, and the highest one is blue, so... whatever. They're all pieces of shit. But there are more red. And Marjorie MTG, I didn't want to say her name. MTG is on here several times. She's got several entries there.
The same thing, which is just illegal insider trading to information that they had that was privy to situations. It is illegal, and this does prevent them from being a free market. This is news.
It's not illegal.
That's worthwhile. That's worth covering. Seen it nowhere. I've seen it on social media. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen several different retail investors speaking about it, several different YouTubers speaking about it, but you won't see...
What is with this blue he's putting on here? Like, what is that? Supposed to be like some cool editing trick when he wants to emphasize a word? That's
mainstream
dumb.
media speaking about it. But this is the point. We're at this point now where we have content creators who used to be pranksters, who are now getting involved in the metaverse, or now getting involved in interviewing people who have the credibility to speak to a former president about his opinions on Ukraine and Russia before
Oh my God.
any other mainstream media outlet gets to get the opportunity to interview him, or even gives the opportunity for him to be interviewed. That is the main thing that I want to highlight here. It is shocking, and it made me think, what the fuck? I don't care if you're on the left side, if you're on the right side. It still makes you think, what the hell is going on here? I could be the next person to interview.
Yeah, it makes me think, why the fuck were they stupid enough to fucking talk to Donald Trump? That's what it makes me think. Why the fuck did they think that they should talk to Donald Trump? That's the what the fuck in my mind. You know? Seriously. And then the second what the fuck is, TMI, what is your fucking agenda here? You are trying to pander to the right-leaning apes. That is all that this is. You are pandering to the Q-Anon members of the AMC ape community. That's all that's happening right here. He says, oh, I'm not partisan. This is not about politics. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. You are bullshit.
A former president before CNN or Fox. What kind of world are we living in right now? Anyways, guys, let's get back to the interview. Let's just go over quickly what was said, okay? There are a few different clips here I want to play and make a few comments on, but, you know, the general part of this video was really simply to highlight how crazy this world has been and how far we've fallen from the old system that we were running in, and as we're beginning to shift into the new system, as trust starts to spread out throughout different creators on different platforms. But anyways, guys.
Okay, yeah, oh my God, you know, it's just terrible what this world is coming through, how things are changing. I swear to God, he and Short the Vix are fucking old ladies. Oh my God, how things have changed. Oh my heavens.
Let's get into this interview and let's take a look at some of the things that were said.
My honor, you come highly recommended by Dana White.
Dana White.
And that's good enough for me.
So what did Dana say to you?
Well, he said you are a wonderful group of people. I guess you're friends of his, and
Very
you
good
do
friends.
the UFC thing, and he's done an incredible job. And when he said that, I've been with Dana for a long time. He's been my friend for a long time, and I said that's good enough for me. But you've done a great job.
See, now this is what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
you
talking
have
about.
these very powerful people like Dana White that trust these.
Very powerful people. Oh, he's got so much power. He's so powerful. He's got so much powerful influence. Oh my God. God, TMI is such an idiot. Oh my God.
I don't want to say kids. I don't want to disrespect them. Just they trust these YouTubers, these content creators with these platforms more than they trust what we are supposed to look at as credible news. It's mind blowing.
TMI, listen to me. The mainstream news does not want to talk to Donald Trump. Okay? They don't want to. Maybe Fox News does talk to him still. Newsmax and the other right-wing dumbass channels, they do talk to Donald Trump. Okay? But any of the mainstream, quote-unquote, left-leaning news channels, news organizations, they don't want fucking shit to do with Donald Trump. And neither do most Americans. Okay? At least around where I'm from. And I'm from Ohio. I live in fucking Ohio. And Donald Trump is like the last thing that people want to think about here. Okay? So you're in some fantasy world if you think that Donald Trump is being oppressed by the fucking media. Give me a fucking break.
And it's a definitely a great big up, a great shout out to those nut boys who've had themselves a platform that they'll be able to build into one that people do see as
kissing the Nelk boy's ass. Like, oh my God, what a great platform. You guys have done such a great job. You guys have built a platform that, you know, the former president would blah, blah, blah.
trustworthy, as honest, as forthright as
and honest enough to have Donald Trump on. What the fuck does that mean? Honest enough to have Donald Trump on. Yes, and Fox does know when to pull the plug on Trump. They give their audience just enough of him, and that is even more manipulative, really. Like, you're not even going to let him speak. That's what TMI should be talking about. How the right-wing media is canceling Donald Trump. That is an interesting topic, but let's continue.
I don't know, just as better than the mainstream. It's very interesting to me. Anyways, guys, let's keep it going. There's a few other points here that I think are worth highlighting, and then we'll call it a wrap. So another question that was worth noting was a question that Bob Mannery here asked Trump about, the relationship between him and Putin, right?
God.
My career is kind of already going this way.
Well,
anyway,
no,
so I'm like,
your career might go way up, but
Depends how you
you
play
may
it.
be without a platform, or you may be without whatever it is. They will be vicious. You watch. And I just want to see
They will be vicious. I love it. See? Trump knows. They will be vicious, just like the apes.
how you
One
you're
big ape right here.
young, smart guys. I want to see how you handle it.
well, the good news is, if worst case scenario, I used to caddy at a golf club. Can I caddy for you?
Absolutely. I'd love to have you. Can be my caddy anytime.
You sure? All right, cool.
Anytime.
All right, guys. So that's the
God,
main
that's
stuff I kind of
creepy.
want to cover. Of course, go watch the full video if you guys want to get full insights into what happened. I didn't want to play the whole video. It's not for everybody,
Thank
but at the
God.
same time, I did want to highlight a few things that I did find, a bit fucked up, which was the way that the news isn't really being covered, the way that news should be covered.
So he didn't say shit about this, in other words. Oh my God, his little old lady argument. The news is being covered. What news? What is newsworthy here? Who cares? What? My God. I mean, I honestly thought we were going to get more of it on this video. But the fact that TMI even raised this, even put this up. Historic interview. Historic interview. And it certainly has nothing to do with AMC or GameStop that he's tagged here. Let's look at these comments. I think they show them so much respect because they don't challenge anything. They come off like on their side and just give him the mic and speak. It's something that we lack. As I'm sure Donald in this example expressed more than say a 60-minute interview where everything is challenged. Okay, don't even know what that's trying to say. Mad respect on you for doing this. Disclaimer, I love Trump. Yeah, I mean that's fucked up. They set up an interview with the ex-president, and they came to it looking like they just came from a pickup basketball game. Yeah, right. What is wrong with these people? And if TMI is decrying the fucking the lack of respect from the media, like a little old lady, why, what about this guy here? Well, at least he's wearing pants. But where's the other guy? This guy wearing shorts here. Shut up with your music. This guy wearing shorts. These guys wearing their own podcast things. Yeah, that guy. And it's just weird. It makes no sense. None of this does, though. So, to be fair. Mad respect. He's getting his exposure to younger generations. Beating Trump, I get. Love it. Thanks. It takes guts to put this out there like you do, TMI. Like Trump or hate him, he is right most of the time. And that's more than can be said for the current administration from the top down. Jesus Christ. We are fucking doomed. I mean, we are fucking doomed. I remember when everyone loved that guy back in the Home Alone days. He was in rap videos. Even President Obama said the American dream was to be like Donald Trump. Then the mainstream media and Clinton machine attack him. It probably didn't help when he called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He called illegals crossing was criminals. Facts. When things are learned the hard way, the lessons leave a bigger impact, don't they? Been telling us it's all fake news, and he was mocked. These YouTubers like TMI give it to you straight. They don't cut up the vids to make a political point. The new media is telling the full story, not just a narrative. Good shit, TMI. Wow, that is like 180 fucking degrees backward. He didn't even show the whole video. He cut it up. He did cut it up. What are you talking about? These people are brain dead. This is wild. And for the 5th time, I'm watching Wolf of Wall Street on MTV, but thinking about Trey. Ugh. And he doesn't brag about it at all. But young lady Tyler Wilson pro AMC, great guy, gets Joe Rogan interviews on his YouTube channel. Tyler Wilson, he's terrible. He's fucking horrible. What was that? I forget what I busted him on recently. It was something really bad, really, really basic and bad. And young lady, anyway. He won't go on anyone who will not agree or praise everything he says. Come on. Well, there you go. There's a comment, and it has no likes except for one I just gave it. The sad state of our mainstream media, slowly going the way of the dinosaur. Oh, is that why they make tons of money? What the fuck? Was TMI just censored? So, there was nothing in this video. It was devoid of content. How did you make a video 8 minutes long and have zero content? I'll like that too. Knowledge is power. Well, there's no power evident in this video whatsoever. None. So many wars around the globe, and this is the one you want to focus on. Give me break. Trump 2024. Let's go AMC. When they made this interview, the best AMC YouTuber in the game. Trump continues to be inarticulate and incompetent, and I already liked that one. I'm glad I can't see the speck on your wall that has annoyed me. Call your local TV stations. They will put it on. Yeah, right. Okay. I got banned for going on rants, so just want to say thank you for all who open people's eyes. Welcome. Like he said, he'll be back. No thanks. Like that. Best president ever. 15 likes. The people's true president. How can you fucking believe that, Tim? Tim N. Like, you think that you're going to get rich holding it one stock, and you think that Donald Trump was the people's true president. Those things go together. I'm sorry. That's a result of a lack of a fucking clue. Lack of a clue. You are easily fooled, Tim. Easily fooled. You've been fooled. Get a Trump on here, TMI. Get him on our side. AMC story out to a new crowd of people. Trump equals views. Because that's what it's all about, is views. America needs Trump. A bit fucked up, Trump is. A Yoda quote. Here's a Lou fan. Trump 2024. If you don't think so, go fuck your mother. What an idiot. We need Trump right now back. And we have a thumbs down. I'll upvote that. So, what does TMI think he's gaining by putting this out here? He's gaining favor among the Trump-tards. Plain and simple. The people who support Donald Trump, who think Donald Trump was a good president and was on their side, which I don't know personally how anybody could think that. Again, it's a result of low information. We're talking about low information investors, low information voters, which Trump loves. I love the poorly educated. So does TMI. So does Trey. These guys, they love the poorly educated. And that, by and large, is what is keeping them afloat. That's what's keeping these guys afloat. If me, Scott, Allen, can come here and with very, very little effort and no expertise or knowledge can fact check everything that they say, all the claims, and almost without fail, their claims just fall apart. If I can do that, that says something. That says something. And why was it historic? Oh, because he went on a podcast? And he didn't even use that word, podcast. It's called it a blog or a vlog or something like that. What TMI is an old lady. I'm convinced he is a fucking old lady. He's a little old lady, doesn't understand the internet. I don't know how to say it, apparently. That's a good question. I don't know if it is Russian disinformation or real support. I would say it's real support because, well, I mean, I guess I don't really know, but when I used to watch a lot of Lou versus Wall Street's videos, I noticed there was a lot of MAGA going on in those comments. And it seemed like they were real people. Seemed like they were real. So, I mean, that's just my hunch, but I don't know. Who knows? Could be because it's Trump. It could be Russian disinformation. Who knows? But it's just It's just crazy. And then you look at some of these other videos that are listed here. AMC and GME squeeze signal. No more shares left. Uh-oh. No more shares left. It's like a product at the store that can be bought out. You know, oh my God, there's no more toilet paper left. You know, toilet paper squeeze signal. It's not how it works. There's always going to be buyers and sellers. Like, it's not the same. Not the same. LME cancels trades and shuts down silver short squeeze. Could this happen with AMC stock? I don't know, Clay. Could it? Squeeze halt. Because you have to put something out and you have to connect everything to the goddamn AMC squeeze that has already happened, not happened, or not happening. Bullish news for AMC stock. Are you ready for this? Who's this? Andre Williams, some new fly-by-night clout chaser. Andre Williams now trying to put out bullish bullshit for AMC. Get ready for this, B. Hayes. It's closer than you think. It's closer than you think. And then here we are back to the 3-card Monty scam, which as I thought about it, we looked at this in the previous live stream. As I thought about it, he didn't even explain 3-card Monty. He just mentioned it very, very tangentially. Well, I would have focused on that. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a 3-card Monty video and show how he is the 3-card Monty scammer, con man. You know the game? Well, the best place to hide is in plain sight. Gabe, isn't it? But this is just crazy. This is just crazy. TMI has lost the fucking plot. He has nothing to say, nothing to add. All he can literally do is make 8-minute videos where he says nothing and acts like a little old lady and says, oh my God, well, the media just isn't what it used to be. Oh my, it's crazy what the media has become. The old system that we used to live under, which was so fucking great, it's changing. Oh my God, it's changing. What the fuck? That's all I've got to say here is literally the same thing that TMI said. What the fuck? It makes no sense. Trump rages against YouTube after podcast appearance yanked. Trump compares YouTube removing his election lies to Russian authoritarianism. How about that? How about that? I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? He goes on. It's like, really, it's not that different from the AMC YouTube grifters. The real price bullshit. Lou versus Wall Street has put out more misinformation about this. And it's like Donald Trump saying, we actually won the election. You know that, right? We actually won. But this is the biggest election heist. This is the biggest stolen election in the history of the world. Now, we won, and that's, is it right for somebody like Lou to be out there saying, you know what, there's actually two prices. There's a price that you see, and then there's a price that it actually is. How is that really any different? In my opinion, those guys should be, there's got to be a way to filter this shit out. And the best thing that I've come up with so far is just to call it out and say, you know what? Let's look at this. Let's see how ridiculous it is. Let's see why it's wrong. Let's make things a little better somehow, any way we can, because you know SEC is asleep at the wheel. Well, they're not going to do anything anyway. Really, everything, all of this, AMC stock, the state of politics, the state of the media, all that shit, all those problems, all those sad states of affairs, they all come down to one thing to me, and that is people being educated, people taking an interest in bettering themselves, finding their knowledge, being thirsty for knowledge and wanting to know more, and not falling back on their own usual, preconceived notions and assumptions. That's the worst thing that can happen, and that's what's happened with AMC. Period. That's what's happened with AMC. You have a bunch of people who cannot fathom anything other than what they already believe, and it's the same exact damn thing with these Donald Trump supporters, in my opinion. I know that's controversial, but the parallels are too strong. They're too evident. They're too obvious to ignore. And then when somebody like the Misinformed Investor here literally puts this out, this propaganda, what else are you supposed to conclude from it? He's pandering to the low information voter investors. That's period. That's it. That's the only thing that can be happening here, because he didn't actually even say anything. He didn't say anything. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I did not come here again back to, get into a long discussion. And they do want to get rich quick, and that is another common, it seems like, characteristic of these type of people. They want to take a shortcut. These are the kind of people that play the lottery religiously. I have nothing against it. I have nothing against casinos. If you want to do it and you can do it responsibly, then fine. If you understand, hey, I'm probably not going to win, but I enjoy it. I enjoy going to the casino every couple months or whatever, with my wife or whatever. And nothing wrong with that. But when you spend every last penny you have on lottery tickets, on going to the casino, on buying more Mary Kay products to sell, and you've amassed this inventory that you can't sell, that's a problem. It becomes a problem. And you think that, oh yeah, I'll work from home. I'll start my own home-based business, or I'll just hit, at the almost said stock market. I'll hit the slots at the casino and I'll get rich, or whatever, what have you. Fill in the blank for whatever get-rich-quick scheme you think you're going to use to get rich. It isn't how it works. That's not how it works, and nobody really does that. And the people that do, they're fucked up. I look up stories about lottery winners. Most of them do not have a good time with it. Most of them say, I wish I had never won this money. So, that's it. Maybe the plan is to blame Biden for the meme stock crash. Maybe. But we'll see when we get there. I mean, I'm sure that if anybody does do that, I put my money on TMI and short the VIX. Those two guys right there. I mean, and again, I said, I kind of wish that Short the VIX had talked about this Trump stuff, because it seems a little bit more fitting, although TMI is, but he's Canadian, I think. So I don't know. None of it makes sense, really. None of it really makes sense. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna stop here. Otherwise, I'll keep going all night, and I can't do that again. I can't do it again.